Okay, what we got? We got Nadeshot on being addicted to Marvel Rivals, not going back to CAD. From CDL headquarters. All right, so we got big old Marvel Rivals on new kid on the block, and he's taking up, he's absorbing everybody from all the shooting games. So let me see, what's Nate gotta say?
I think when like Overwatch released, I was kind of in my arc of, hey, I just played video games professionally for so long in my life, and now I don't really enjoy them anymore, so I'm not going to play them. I'm just going to stay offline and play a ton of golf.
I mean, golf, really? Nate, how old are you, dude? Like 36? I know, like, Nate is about the same age as me. Like, I'm 35, and I grew up watching Nadeshot and all those guys, and like the X Games COD shit and all that jazz. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, the golden era of competitive COD. Bro, golf? Are you serious? You are. That is not the way. I mean, golf is for fucking old people. Are you kidding me? And I barely watched like Nade. Nothing against him, but I mean, like, he was on his little golf era thing. I was like, okay, this is boring. Like, are you kidding me? Golf? That was golf.
And then Overwatch 2 came out. I don't even know what year that was released, but
yeah, Overwatch 2, completely different game than Overwatch 1. Massively different. Oh, it's like night and day difference.
I don't know. The idea of playing a game, and this was kind of like always my reservation with Overwatch, the idea of playing a game where you have people with like an egregious amount of health, like tanks and shit, and the gunfights in COD are like a split second, bro. Not even a full second.
That's understandable, but you know what other game has damn near 0% time to kill, or 0 time to kill? Counter-Strike and Valorant. One shot headshot. Okay, so Call of Duty, you know, you got your aim assist, like 100 health. You know, it takes 3 to 4 bullets to kill any person on any given COD or whatever. It's like whoop-de-doo. Yes, all those games are very low time to kill. Your main skill that you're working on is like flicking and like micro adjusting. And it's not really about the skill of flicking and like micro adjusting. It's more at that level. It's more of like trying to predict where your opponents are going to be so that you essentially have to minimize the skill of aiming. Is essentially what you're trying to do. You're trying to not aim. You're trying to simply predict where the enemy is going to be and allow them to walk into your crosshair. Wow. But then you come across these big old time to kill games of like, oh, it takes 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Oh, he's healing. My aim sucks. They're getting healed. Their movement is crazy. All these little variables add up to a time to kill for an enemy that is like 3, 4, 5 seconds. And yeah, it's hard to keep your reticle on somebody that, you know, with all those variables going into play. Tracking is the harder skill. You know, when you divide the skills up into like flicking or tracking is 100% the harder skill. Because if it was so easy, more games that had high time to kill, or low time to kill, or wait, no, I'm getting them confused. More games that have high time to kill would be more popular. But what are the popular games right now? Let me see. Current players. Counter-Strike. Oh my god. 0 time to kill. Dota, PUBG, 0 time to kill. Marvel Rivals. Ooh, this is the big ol'. Everyone got like multiple hundreds of health. It's hard to track. Cry me a river. Rust. Okay, whatever. I don't. Then you have like things like Fortnite. Fortnite. You got to track. You got to have a decent amount of tracking in Fortnite. You got Valorant, about the same vein as Counter Strike. Low time to kill. Yeah, like so many games skew toward the shorter time to kill because it's just simply harder to track as a skill. And then you could open up the argument. Well, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just go. Okay.
To me, the idea of playing a game where there was just these massive health bars and you'd be sitting in a gunfight for minutes,
Yeah.
that to me never sounded
Well, it's because you see 250 health and it's like, oh wow, how much do I do as far as damage? I mean, you can go back a little bit and just watch, but like, it's not just your aim. Well, number one, it is your aim. All right. No one is going to have 100% accuracy, so that's contributing to the longer time to kill. Are you getting headshots or body shots? That's also going to contribute to whether or not you kill someone quick or slow. Is the person getting healed? Is there a shield in front of them, or are they have some sort of like thing going on to where they're not dying instantly? There are so many variables that add to the length of a kill in these like hero shooters. It's not just your aim.
fun. But now after playing Rivals, obviously, because of the hacking and cheating situation on Call of Duty, getting...
What? No. What do you mean the hacking and cheating allegations in Call of Duty? There's been hacking and cheating allegations in Call of Duty since when I was playing in the golden era of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 in, what was it, like 08? There's been hacking and cheating allegations in every shooting game. It just so happened it wasn't as popular and widely known back then because the internet wasn't as big back then as it is now. And I think, which Call of Duty was it that like was like the huge turning point one? Was it like 2019 when they implemented Warzone? That Call of Duty was probably like a big turning point because Warzone was such a huge, massive, like cultural shift. I mean, and you had the help of a little old pandemic, and everyone's gonna be like shut in inside, and what else are you gonna do besides play video games all day? So you have multiple factors coming into play, and that so if you're kind of just forced in your house, yeah, people are going to start cheating and hacking and all this other shit. You got your blacklist, your whitelist. Who's cheating? What is cheating? What is hacking? All of this shit. Like, I went through like a Call of Duty phase where I just completely, like, Call of Duty used to be good, but I think Call of Duty for me stopped being good after Black Ops 2. I think that's when, or no, the last one I played was Ghost, and ironically, that's like one of the quote unquote worst ones according to everyone else, but I didn't care. I was playing it with my friends. It's like you can play anything with your friends, and as long as you're having fun, you're having fun. But yeah, after that, I just completely didn't give a shit. I skipped over the air-to-air combat era, and then after that, what did I get into? I got into the 2019 and I was like, oh, great single player, decent multiplayer, ooh, Warzone, that's okay, and then it didn't take very long for me to realize that this game is just riddled with fucking cheaters and it will never change. But that's beside the point. But whatever. Like every shooting game has to come to grips with trying to preserve its competitive integrity for the sake of the public appearance. Because or not the public appearance, the public perception. Because if it ever comes out that the public perception of your shooting game is this game is riddled with hackers and cheaters, well, that information or misinformation is going to disseminate among everybody else. And if that is the perception of it, people don't want to play a game that is riddled with perceived hackers and cheaters. whether or not it actually is, like what the actual percentage is, nobody really knows except the people that are making the game. But yeah, this is a topic that every shooting game has to deal with. And, it's a constant cat and mouse game. And yeah.
Me to tip over and try it. I've realized that's obviously, it's not really, I mean, there are large health bars and the gunfights can be as long and as infuriating as I thought they would.
Oh, yeah.
But
well, they're so infuriating because like I said, it's hard to track. It's a skill. And if you're not good at that skill, you're just going to get frustrated. When was the last time people enjoyed doing things they suck at? Never.
Once you understand the game and what's possible in the hero shooter, it's not how I initially would have perceived it. So there was just never like a time where I wanted to play Overwatch, and it just came down to timing. And Marvel Rivals dropping as soon as Call of Duty was kind of in the shit.
Are you kidding me? The timing? Bro, for the last 10, 15, 20 years, it's either been like a yearly release of Call of Duty or what is it now? Like a bi-yearly, every 2 years release of Call of Duty. It was never a good time for you to pick up Overwatch. What are we talking about? There's been a Call of Duty every new year. And just recently, well, not recently, but like the last 4 to 6 years, they only switched it up to like every 2 years because they quickly realized they couldn't sustain that 1 year, new COD. It's fucking egregious.
Shitter was quite honestly just perfect. Perfect timing, really. You know what? My motivation to play Marvel Rivals, obviously the viewership has been better than anything that I've had on COD. But I'm actually just wanting to play this game for the love of it. I really am obsessing over getting better at it.
Well, one thing is it's the new kid on the block and it's super popular and everybody's playing it. So that aspect is going to come into play. Everybody wants to play the popular thing and get recognized for being good at the popular thing. Nobody gives like any real shit about the person that's good at a very niche thing that only 26 people play. Nobody gives a shit about that person. People only give a shit about what's popular.
Because I really do love this game, man. So I'm not sure how long that will last. Right now, it doesn't show any signs of slowing down in my head, in my brain, in my thoughts.
Good.
And the added viewership is just like the icing on the cake. Streaming for me, bro, really comes down to, I really do love streaming, but I love streaming even more when I have something that I'm really excited to play. And that's where I'm at right now with Rivals. So I appreciate the fact that you want to watch me play Valorant, but I'm just not, I'm not off this Rivals kick yet.
Good.
Marvel Rivals is a fickle bitch.
And I was watching Nadeshot here and there when he was on his Valorant grind. I commended him. I was like, that's great. But then he got all like pissy and shit because he felt he like reached a plateau. He's like, oh, I aim. I'm too old for this. It's like, bro, no, you're not. You don't even aim train. Fucking hire some of these Voltaic bros to like aim train and coach you, and you will get better. Okay, it's no big deal.
Okay, Marvel Rivals is a game that, quite frankly, there hasn't been a game since Valorant that makes me feel the way Marvel Rivals does, and I'll tell you why. The success or the failures of the games that I have on Marvel Rivals truly dictates my happiness for the rest of the evening.
Good.
When I get off stream.
Good. That's how you know it's a good game. Whenever you're not playing a game, you're dreaming about playing the game. You're thinking about playing the game. That's how you know it's a good game.
And yesterday was a disastrous day. I mean, we lost so many games, and our rank has plummeted to the lowest it has ever been. Since we ranked up to Diamond 1, thereafter, shortly, we were Grandmaster 3. We've hit Grandmaster 3. We've hit GM 3, I think, 4 times now, and then D-ranked shortly after. So today, much like another film, if you guys remember Catch Me If You Can with Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio, there's a very iconic quote that I quote pretty often that I love very much from that movie. One of my favorite films, to be honest with you. Leonardo DiCaprio says to his father, "We're going to get it all back, Daddy. Just you wait and see." And that's the plan today, gentlemen. We're going to get it all back.
Good.
At least I'm hoping so. So, look, man. Yesterday we played with Tim and Ninja, and we started off winning a lot of games, bro. We won like 4 out of our first 5 games, and it was great. Vibes were flowing. The chats were loving it. We were having a great time. And then disaster struck, bro. The Fire Nation attacked all of our elos, and we couldn't win a game. So,
damn, that matchmaking kicking in hard.
Look, the one thing that I realized yesterday, even though I didn't want to hear it from my chat or Tim's chat or Ninja's chat, was how many times that
you probably got, honestly, like if you're coming up against a plateau, it's probably another. And for these fucking hero shooters, dude, it's all about like syncing your damn ult. I mean, like using like fucking all the ults at the same time. Like this isn't news. This type of game has been out for like 10, 15 years now. And people still can't synchronize their ults, all right? This is not like any sort of like new epiphany.
That I was dying as a DPS. I have mained the DPS role since I started playing this game. And the games yesterday truly felt impossible, dude. You know, there's pressure on DPS to get kills. And it just felt impossible in some of those lobbies, in some of those games that we played to get kills.
Yeah, you gotta get good. You gotta get better. Gotta shoot harder, shoot faster, shoot longer, shoot more headshots. Quit shooting the air.
Kills. And so what I started doing was trying to force the issue. I got, Psylocke on me. I got Winter Soldier on me. I'm like, okay, I need to try to get a pick, man. I need to try to get a pick. I need to try to make a play. I need to try to make something happen here. And as somebody who's very inexperienced with hero shooters, the one thing that I've...
It's a brand new game, dude. Everybody is inexperienced with this game. Yes, you can be kind of familiar with the concepts of hero shooters if you played Overwatch. But at the end of the day, you're still just shooting people. That's all you're doing. You just put the reticle on the dude's head. That's every shooting game in a nutshell. Put the reticle on the dude's head and kill him.
Realized after watching good players play is that a lot of times, man, it's really not about the picks that you get on DPS. And I could be wrong on this front. I could be wrong spewing right now, just absolute prop. But yes, it would be great if I could get a pick. I should be able to get a pick. I should be able to play the back line, try to get one of the healers, or 1v1 duel versus the fucking other DPS, but that just wasn't happening. The one thing I think I need to do today is try to really focus on minimizing and reducing the deaths that I have, bro, because I agree with the chats yesterday. I had a ton of deaths over and over and over again because I was feeling the pressure and the urgency to try to get a pick for the team when kills were just not coming in.
I mean, I haven't seen Nade's gameplay or anything. If I were to guess, like, Nade's pretty good on M&K. Like, he's got a pretty steady hand, but alas, one of the main issues for anybody on M&K at all times in history is the shaky aim. Is your aim smooth? Do you transition from target to target? Is everything smooth? I mean, if you're shaking, you ain't baking. All right?
Now, if I'm being honest with you guys, if I had to give like a full book report and synopsis on yesterday, I will say this. It felt like every game that I played yesterday, I didn't really have like a DPS next to me that was putting pressure and throwing down damage. Tyler played a DPS a couple times on Punisher, and he was doing fine. He was doing good. But yesterday just felt so far out of my control, even though I was playing DPS. Today, we're going to try to bring that, reel it back in, work on our positioning, work on dying less, and doing our best to support the team by staying alive. Because the more that I die, the less pressure that the rest of my team has. And hopefully the kills will come over time if I play with my team more, and I play a little bit more controlled and synergized with the rest of the team. We'll see.
I mean, what are most people playing in Marvel Rivals? Are they playing pubs or are they playing ranked? I don't really know, but if Nate's having a hard time, what do you think the casual player is having a hard time with? Just curious.
Man, we just got to stay alive. I died a lot yesterday. Yeah, Zach, I don't know, man. The probably the most frustrating and infuriating part of yesterday is that there were so many people in the chats like telling me to get off DPS or blaming me and blaming the other DPS on the team. And I'm like, guys, I know this shit is not going well right now, but I promise you, bro, I have gotten, whether it's duo queue or trio queue, to GM3 4 times. It's not that I can't compete in these lobbies on DPS. I'm telling you, bro, these games just feel so far out of my hands, bro. I don't know how to explain it, but even if I was playing my best, I'm like, I don't know what else I could have done. Regardless.
I mean, what is Nade? Like GM2, GM3, or whatever? 4? Somewhere in there. I don't know the damn ranks of this game. You know, all these hero shooters, their main crux is, again, communication and ability utilization, synchronization. That's all it is. Just everybody has to be on the same mind wave. If someone overextends, fucking kill them. If their team is going to pop all their ults, you get defensive and get the fuck away. Whenever you guys got your ults, fucking jump on them, get aggressive. I mean, if you're so lucky to be able to 6-stack, I believe, in Marvel Rivals, I mean, this is a little bit easier to communicate. But, I mean, understandably, if you're doing all this shit solo and you're trying to, like, yell orders at, like, randoms, I mean, then shit, it's tough. It's tough out there. I get it.
Of all that, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. The chat got super toxic yesterday. I was very much in my own head. We're going to try to come back today with a stronger mental, a stronger, more tactical, strategic approach, and we're going to try to play better than we did yesterday, man. That's all we can ask for. That's really all we could ask for. So, appreciate you guys being here today on a Friday. This is the process, though, man. And this is why Valorant was so fun for me, because I was really at the bottom of the barrel, just fucking terrible at the game when I played it.
That's okay.
And it took us a long time.
Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody starts at square one. All right? Everybody loves watching the climb. Well, actually, no. Everybody loves watching like the tippity top, but the underdog story comes into play here. Everyone, you know, likes really watching. Shit, I'm just yapping to you.
I'm a lot of hard work to get better, but over time, inevitably, we ended up getting pretty damn good at that game. We never played Overwatch. I need to continue to remind myself of that. I'm playing against people that have years and years of experience on hero shooters. Sometimes, not all the times. But
no, it's a brand new game, dude. I mean, yeah, if you played Overwatch, chances are you're going to probably be really good in this game. I would say it's not so much of a if you played Overwatch, you're going to be good at this. I would say it's more of a variable. If you 6-stacked or 5-stacked in Overwatch 2 or Overwatch, and you're going to 6-stack in this game, you're probably going to do really good in this game too. I would probably say that's a bigger factor. I mean, because I don't know how the queue system works or anything. Is it like everyone just solo queues and goes in? Do they allow you to just maximum like six players just roll deep, 6-stack, and like just dominate the ladder or whatever? I don't know, but hopefully, I hope Marvel Rivals does good. That's my hope. Purely to spite Blizzard and to laugh at Blizzard. What a joke of a company. They need a good competitor to put them in their place. And this game, along with all the influencers, have made up their mind. The consumers have made up their mind. There's a better competitor for the hero shooter genre, and this is it. Good for them.
We're just going to keep our head down, keep working, trying to get better, bro. Point blank, period. And we're going to try to have more fun, man. I got to take these games a little less serious, but...
This is ranked. Ranked isn't fun. Ranked's about winning.
Seemingly, no matter how many times I tell myself that, I am just inexplainably and irreversibly far too competitive. So even though I want to sit here and have fun on stream and be entertaining and laugh and giggle, crack jokes.
Bro, honestly, I wish there was a way. I mean, let's say, you know how like in like certain fighting games, if you go into like the competitive mode, you'll get like a little avatar, and then you can like walk around in like the rooms, and it'll be like a King of the Hill style, what do you call it? Like a lobby, like winner stays type of deal. Like you'll have like the winner on one side and like maybe 5 players, and the 5 players just rotating through, and then the 4 people that aren't like playing are like watching. But then you could be like walking around on an avatar and just like queue up and like go into the big old like ranked room that has all these lobbies, and you could just like, oh, let's view that match, and you just like click view. I wish you could, some shooting game could implement that style of, I don't know, maybe it's possible, maybe it's not possible, to see to check out the vibes of every type of match, but it's done in the game. It's not reliant on like some third party stream service like YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, whatever the fuck service like that. I think that's like one thing that the fighting game community does like really well when they implement features like that, because the whole point is, if that was the case, you could feel the vibes, and no, you could like try to enter in your own little team listen in on that side, team listen in on this side, how much yelling, how much seriousness is going into like all types of matches, because I just think that would be really cool. I think that'd be a cool feature, even though it's probably never going to happen for any shooting game ever. I mean, because, you know, Nate's talking about like trying to have fun or relax a little bit. Yeah, but you got to think, everybody else in the surrounding ranks and even the ranks above, what do you think the vibes are in those lobbies? You think they're all like relaxed, putting in no effort, like, oh, la-di-da, oh, boom, headshot, oh, boom, headshot? Or is everyone yelling and shit? Bro, get that pick. What are you doing? You know, just as a little way to have some, like, be able to zoom out and have a little retrospective, like, view of everything. I think stuff like that is pretty cool. But I mean, yeah.
When we're losing games and the heat is on and the chats are on my ass, it's just hard for me to have fun, bro. Because I like to win. I like to be good at things, and some days were good, some games were good.
Losing's not fun. Winning's fun.
Other games were not. And we're going to try to find some more consistency, boys. So on DPS, it's really important to play slow and let your tanks create space or openings sometimes. Yeah, and I think me focusing on staying alive is kind of like, in my head, what I mean about playing slow. There's the amount of pressure that is on the other team is non-existent if I'm dying over and over and over again and spending the next 20 seconds of the game running back to my team. We got to play slow. We got to play within ourselves, and we got to play to support the rest of the team through the damage and pressure that we can put on the other team. So let's do this shit, man. Let's get after it, and let's just fucking believe, bro.
Good.
Let's believe.
Marvel Rivals deserves your time and attention, not Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a copy-paste game. You could argue that Marvel Rivals is a copy-paste of Overwatch, but then you could argue Overwatch is a copy-paste of, what do you call it? The Team Fortress. You could, but I think my statement of Call of Duty is just a copy-paste year after year title after title, is a little more true than the former.
That we're going to have ourselves a good day. That's it. That's all we can do.
I mean, for God's sakes, the last thing I heard about Call of Duty was the fucking Chat GPT AI generated skins. Are you kidding me? What a lazy piece of shit.
I'm excited. I appreciate you guys being here on a Friday. We're going to make this one a damn grueler, and we're going to get after it, boys.
Oh, well. That was pretty cool. Yeah, man, Marvel Rivals is popping off, and hopefully it just keeps on popping off. It's a good game. I hope Overwatch dies. It's a bad game. Doesn't deserve anybody. Doesn't deserve any of its consumers. I don't care how much FOMO you have stacked into Overwatch. Overwatch deserves to have 0 players. It's a bad game. Marvel Rivals is a good game. Period. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.